Hey guys, this is Yom and welcome to Civil Raja, your gateway to future. So guys, I am a building consultant and today I am here to guide you on how you can go for the permits of the building. So basically, I am going to define each and every steps what you need to take from the building consultant. Okay. So first thing is that you need a plan first. So first thing is planning. First of all, you will have a 2D plan drafted by the architects, or you can plan by the architects or a civil engineer, and then you will go to the structural engineer. Okay. And over there, he will tell you what should be the size of your beams, columns, footings, and what should be the thickness of the slab, and what are the different reinforcement that you have to use in the particular structural member of the building. Okay, so if you are willing to like beautify your building, then you can also go for the 3D elevation drawings. Okay, so there you will get an idea of how your building will look post construction. Okay, then you can if you are going for the bank loan, like your budget is a little tight and you want to get some money from the bank, then you will have to make the estimate for that. Now the bank will give you the loan based on the estimated cost of the building. But before you can apply for the bank estimate, you need to approve your plan from your municipality corporation. Okay, so in the municipality corporation, we do not submit our like regular plans with electrical drawings and plumbing drawings and structural drawings. We just go for a approval drawing. And in today's session, we will understand how a approval drawing looks and what are the different things that we have to mention in our approval drawing. Okay, so let's go to our screen, and over there we will see how approval drawing looks. So it basically looks something like this. Okay, so what are the basic points in this particular drawing? First thing is that normally it depends from places to places, like whether you want to go for a drawing of feet and inches or but in approval drawing you have to strictly like stick to the unit of meters. Okay, so first of all I will open the plan for you. Okay, so here you can see we have the ground floor plan, then we have the first and second floor plan, which are similar in this case, and then we have the terrace floor plan. Along with these plans, we also need a site plan. So basically, you can see there is a pink line over here, which is showing the boundary of the plot. And then we have another line over here, blue, and which is hashed also. This is showing that in what area our building will be constructed. Okay, so these are the basic two drawings, two plots given over here. So that you can have an idea like where your plot is located and what is its particular dimension. In the municipality corporation, you will have to submit this particular drawing and in how much area of the plot you are going for the construction of the building. Okay, so in today's session, we will stick to the approval drawing only, like what are the different components of this approval drawing. But in the upcoming videos, if you need, then I can also go explanation of what is the particular process that we have to follow while we have to submit our approval drawing. So if you want to know that process, then you can simply leave a comment in under this video. Okay. And now let's talk about the components of the approval drawing. So we have studied the four components over here. Then we need to show how is your file going to be constructed. Like is it going to be a single pile, or it is a pile with a bulb, or a pile with double bulb over here. Then you need to like mention the plan of septic tank and the section of septic tank over here. Then if you are going for a soak pit, then you also need to show the like section and the plan of the soak pit. Okay, then we have to show the front elevation and side elevations in our plan. So you can see we have this east side elevation over here, and then we have cut some sections like section XS and section YY. So you can see over here, this is our plan, and here we have cut the section of section XX, and then we have also cut the section for section YY. So here it is wrongly mentioned as X, but it is section YY. Okay, so we need to make the sections over here, and in these sections we can clearly see the position of the staircase, and also the thickness of the slab is mentioned, then the floor to floor height is mentioned. Okay, So a lot of things are here, and I will explain everything one by one. Okay, then one more thing, we need to mention some specifications. Also, the schedule of the doors and windows are mentioned over here. This is the most important thing, which is something technical for, and it can be done by architect or a civil engineer. So this is the area calculation. Then we have the plot details, and then we have this signature of the owner over here, and also the signature of the engineer. Okay. Now, let's start our study with the ground floor plan. So over here, you can see every dimension is mentioned in like meters over here. Okay, so the unit is 9.14 meter over here. Then you can see this is the parking area, and then another parking area is over here. So we can park two bikes over here and two cars over here in this particular area. Then on this particular floor, we have a bedroom of 4.27 meters by 2.74 meters. Also, when you are making the approval drawing, then make sure that the horizontal dimensions are written first and the vertical dimensions are written second over here. That means this is a 4.27 meter from here to here, and this is 2.74 meter. I will also show you, okay, so that you can have a clear idea. You can see this is 4.27, and from here to here, we have, just a moment, from here to here, we have 2.74 meters. So this is the inner dimension of the bedroom that is mentioned over here. Then we have this particular staircase, and here we have to mention what is the height of the riser and the width of the tread over here. Okay, also we can mention the length and width of the landing over here. So you can see it is clearly mentioned over here. So this is 0.19 meter and this is 1.83 meter. Okay, so everything is in meters. So it can be a little tough to understand by the common people because normally we use feet and inches. Okay, so even in Bihar, this is a approval drawing for Bihar. So over here we use the feet and inches, but over here also we have to submit our approval drawing in meters. Okay, so that is a little tricky over here. Then we need to mention the position of the windows and the doors in our approval drawing. Okay, do not go for the detailed drawings, but here we need to indicate where our windows are placed and where our doors are placed. Okay. Now you can see when I make the building plan, I have a more clarity of in which direction our door is going to open. So every flange is clearly mentioned over here, over there. But in the approval drawing, you do not need to mention everything in detail, but you need to give a gist of whatever your building is going to be constructed, where each element of the building will be placed, that you have to mention in the plan. Okay, and then you can see once the person will have the access of the staircase and reach on the upper floor, he will get an access to the balcony. Then again we have a bedroom over here, a kitchen and a hall, a toilet, another bedroom on the left and one bedroom on the right. Then we have this open balcony area over here. Okay, then this is the same for second floor plan, and then we have to jump to terrace floor plan. Okay, so on the terrace floor plan, what you have to show? We have to show in which direction you are placing the slopes, so that whenever it will rain or anyhow water is flooded on the terrace, then from where it will come out. Okay, so you can see this terrace is shown this plan is showing terrace with four holes and at all the four corners of the building. Okay, but normally when we have to construct the building, we try to keep the slope in one direction. Okay, that is easier to keep. Okay, then in the site plan, what we have to mention, we have to mention the plot markings, like what is the dimension of the plot and how it is on the ground actually. Then we can also go for the area of the building, which is the built up area, that is proposed building of G+2 drawing. Then we have this rainwater harvesting system, and then we have this IC, which is going through this chamber to the chamber in the road. Okay, or you can see the drainage system of the road. Okay, then there is nothing to explain in this pile. I have already explained it, and I guess you are already acquainted with the SOAQUIT. But if you have any kind of question from these, you can also ask that. Okay, in the comment section, I will try to make a video as soon as possible. Then If you talk about the front elevation, it will give you idea of how your building will look from the front. So basically there are two parking gates that you can see over here. Then the floor height is mentioned also, how much height it is from the ground level, that is also mentioned over here. Then what is the total building height, that we need to show, because this is the most important criteria when you have to pass the building. Okay, then we have this particular parapet wall. Okay, and then overhead water tank is placed over here. Okay, and what is the height of the tank and everything, that is also placed over here. Now you can see we have this side elevation over here, and then I told you that we have to cut a section. Okay, so over here we have cut a XX section over here. So you can see we have this staircase clearly mentioned over here. In this one we have to go for what is the thickness of the beam, or you can say the depth of the beam over here. Then uh, we have to also mention what is the particular height at each level. Okay, and on the top we can also mention what is the height of the parapet. Then for the lime terracing and for the RC slab, what is the thickness of RCC slab over here. Okay, so everything should be clear over here, so that government could have an idea of how your building will be constructed, and based on all these things you will get the approval of the plan. Then you can see we have this notes section over here, and in this one we have to mention the specifications. Like for here, it is, first thing is foundation is RCC under reamed pile. Okay, so what is under reamed pile? That bulb that I've shown you, that is the under reamed pile. Okay, now the underrimmed pile at a foundation of 8 meters deep with proper reinforcement. Superstructure is has to be used the a first class brick walk in with cement mortar of 1:6 ratio. Plinth height GL and PL. Okay, as shown in the section. That means you have to show where is the PL and GL. That means the plinth level and the ground floor levels. You can see over here, this is the ground level and this is the plinth level, and we should also mention the distance between these two. If you are having some distance, like if you are creating a building with a little height from the road levels, then you have to mention that. Over here it is 0.15 meter. Okay, now we have to mention the flooring, which is 25 mm thick IPS flooring over 125 thick, and then dry reamed koa over the 75 mm thick brick. Okay, then a flat soling over sand filling. Okay, so these things you have to mention. Okay, now we have to go for the roof, which is 10-meter thick average lime terracing over the RCC roof slab. Okay, it should not be 10 meter. Okay, there is some error over here. Okay, so for the lime terracing it can be 10 mm. Then the doors, chalk hearts of the doors to be salud. Okay, this is mentioned. If you want to like go for the metal framing, then you can also mention it over here. If you want to go for the salud, then you can also mention it. Then windows, all windows to be fully glazed in the steel frame, plastered 12 mm thick cement plaster on both sides of the brick wall, and coloring color or whitewash as per the choice. Okay, so these are the basic things that you have to mention in the specifications, and do not worry about this specification very much. You need to just write it over here, because not everyone is going to check it, as most of the plans are similar over here. Then we have the schedule of the doors and the windows, and here you have to like write the type of the doors and windows. Then we have what is the width and what is the height, then what is the sill height, and what is the description of that, like is it a single lift door or a double lift door, is it a glazed window or not. So everything has to be mentioned. The most important thing is this one, that is area calculation. Like your building will be approved based on two things. The first is the building height, which is over here. So this is the building height. Then on over here we have to check for FAR. Okay, so how to calculate the FAR? Basically it is the fraction of net plot area, sorry, the total built up area divided by the net plot area. Okay, then over here you can just mention the plot details, like proposed residential building of which person, and what is the survey plot number, khata number, and thana districts. Then we have to mention the boundary, like in all the direction, who is owning the land. Like in the east, if it is owned by you, then you can just write self, or if it is owned by someone else in another direction, you can simply write his name over here. Okay, then you have to write like make two blocks, one for the signature of the owner and one for the signature of engineer. I think I have explained the approval drawing clearly to you, but still, if you are having any kind of question, you can simply ask it and I will be happy to help you out with your questions. Now, guys, if you have liked this video, hit the like button and also share this with your friends and colleagues. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to Civil Raja. Also, if you want to join our professional training programs, then you can check it out through the link given in the description. And you can see I have already created the course for the building planning, then the professional drafting in AutoCAD, then we have the structural design course in Hindi and in English. Then we have also the Tekla structural designer training program. So if you want to enroll over here, you will have the link in the description. Still, if you want to contact with me, you can simply contact me through my number, which is 8433248864. Okay, and that will be also available in the description. So see you guys in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Thank you, guys.